In a quaint, sleepy town overshadowed by tall, whispering trees, there lived a young girl named Eliza. Her world was an intricate tapestry of internal struggles, woven with threads of deep-seated introversion, depression, and anxiety. These invisible forces cast long shadows over her daily life, disrupting her routine and coloring her world in hues of solitude and despair. Eliza's battle with her mental health had a peculiar manifestation. Her nights were long and lonely, filled with restless thoughts and a relentless inability to sleep. The clock's hands would crawl towards 3 a.m., a time when the world was lost in slumber, but for Eliza, it was when her true ordeal began. Night after night, as the silence of 3 a.m. enveloped her room, an eerie phenomenon would unfold. Her cupboard, a mundane piece of furniture by day, transformed into a source of terror by night. It would start with soft thuds, like the hesitant knocks of a stranger, growing into a cacophony of bangs, as if someone was desperately trying to escape from within its wooden confines. Heart pounding, Eliza would brave her fears to fling open the cupboard doors, only to find it empty, the oppressive emptiness staring back at her mockingly. This repeated haunting left Eliza in a state of perpetual fear and confusion. Was her mind playing tricks on her, or was her room a playground for unseen forces? Desperate for validation, she implored her mother to spend the night in her room to witness the unexplainable events. The fateful night arrived, and together they waited in the dark room, the air thick with anticipation. As the clock's hands aligned at 3 a.m., the cupboard began its terrifying performance. The banging this time was louder, more demanding. Eliza's mother, jolted awake, turned to her daughter in disbelief. "What are you doing?" she asked, her voice a mix of fear and confusion. Eliza, a mix of relief and terror, replied, "I'm not doing anything. This is what I've been experiencing. It's real, not a figment of my confusion." Her mother, now a believer of the bizarre occurrences, quickly decided they should leave the room, a decision Eliza eagerly complied with. Days passed, and the strange happenings escalated. While in the kitchen one day, Eliza noticed a peculiar gap in the wall. Peering curiously, she was met with the fleeting glimpse of two spectral figures. The sight sent her sprinting towards her mother, terror etched on her face. The climax of these disturbing events occurred one seemingly peaceful night. As Eliza lay in bed, a shadow loomed at her window. A figure, ghastly and indistinct, reached through the glass, its hand snatching away her blanket. Eliza's scream shattered the silence of the night, her terror palpable and overwhelming. In search of answers and solace, Eliza's family turned to a spiritual advisor. His words painted a chilling picture. Eliza's loneliness and nocturnal habits had inadvertently attracted these unseen entities. The blanket-snatching figure was the partner of the entity in the cupboard, both drawn to her vulnerable state. As the family prepared to move, hoping for a fresh start away from these hauntings, the paranormal activities intensified. It was as if the entities were aware of their plans and resisted the change, their actions becoming more pronounced, more desperate. Finally, the family relocated, leaving behind the house and its unearthly occupants. In the new environment, Eliza embarked on a journey of spiritual healing, guided by the wisdom of the advisor. This path to recovery was slow but steady, marked by moments of reflection and growth. The eerie nights that had once dominated Eliza's life gradually faded into memory. The apparitions and unsettling occurrences became tales of a troubled past. As she healed, Eliza found herself stepping into a world where sleep came easily, where nights were no longer a canvas for her fears. In time, Eliza's life regained a semblance of normalcy. The terror that had once gripped her heart loosened its hold, allowing her to embrace a future bright with possibility. Her late-night terrors, now just echoes of a bygone era, served as a reminder of her resilience and the power of healing. Yet, there remained an unsettling truth, a whisper in the depths of the night that haunted her still. The entities, though no longer visibly present, had left an indelible mark on her soul. Sometimes, in the quiet of the night, she would hear a faint knocking, a soft reminder that the world she now inhabited was but a thin veil over a realm of untold mysteries. The echo of the past lingered, a chilling reminder that some doors, once opened, can never be fully closed. In an eerie intersection of the ordinary and the supernatural, the Annabelle doll stands as a striking emblem of horror. Contrary to its fearsome reputation, Annabelle takes the benign form of a Raggedy Ann doll, with characteristic red yarn hair and a simplistic, triangle-nosed face. This unassuming exterior masks a chilling backstory replete with terror and supernatural phenomena, securing Annabelle's status as both a captivating and fearsome figure. The unsettling history of Annabelle began in the early 1970s. A mother, intent on finding a unique gift for her daughter Donna, a nursing student, chanced upon this distinct doll in a quaint, second-hand hobby store. Unbeknownst to her, this seemingly harmless acquisition for Donna and her roommate Angie's apartment would trigger a sequence of bizarre and increasingly terrifying occurrences. Initially, the events were subtle and easily dismissed. The doll, Annabelle, appeared to exhibit slight movements, minor shifts in position that Donna and Angie attributed to forgetfulness or imagination. However, these strange happenings soon escalated both in frequency and intensity. The roommates stumbled upon mysterious notes, written on parchment paper they did not own, bearing disturbing messages like "Help us" and "Help Lou." These messages, scrawled in a childlike handwriting, added an eerie dimension to their growing unease. The situation took a darker turn with an alarming experience relayed by Lou, Donna's close friend. He recounted a night where he awoke to the unsettling sight of Annabelle at the foot of his bed. In his vivid description, the doll seemed to come to life, climbing his leg and attempting to strangle him. An encounter that left him both shaken and bewildered. Concurrently, Donna and Angie discovered inexplicable claw-like marks on their bodies, further amplifying the sense of foreboding surrounding the doll. In pursuit of understanding, Donna and Angie consulted a medium. During a seance, the medium purported to connect with the spirit of Annabelle Haydens, a young girl who had tragically passed away on the property where their apartment complex now stood. The spirit expressed contentment and a wish to remain with the roommates, a revelation that initially brought a sense of comfort. However, the narrative took a sinister twist with the intervention of Ed and Lorraine Warren, esteemed paranormal investigators. After a thorough investigation, the Warrens presented a daunting conclusion. The doll was not inhabited by the spirit of Annabelle Haydens, but was instead being manipulated by a malevolent and inhuman presence, likely of demonic nature. The entity's aim, they surmised, was far more sinister than mere companionship. It was seeking a human host for possession. Recognizing the grave danger, the Warrens took swift action. They removed the doll from Donna and Angie's apartment, providing some relief to the beleaguered roommates. Annabelle was secured in a specially constructed glass case at the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, with an ominous warning inscribed on it: "Positively do not open." To mitigate the threat posed by the entity, the doll was routinely blessed by a priest, an attempt to contain the malevolent force within. The story of Annabelle, emerging from such unassuming origins, captured the public's imagination, stoking a deep-rooted fear and curiosity. It inspired numerous adaptations, most notably the Annabelle films, part of the broader The Conjuring film universe. While these cinematic portrayals are dramatic and embellished, they draw from the actual, unsettling events surrounding the real Annabelle doll. Despite the eventual closure of the Warrens Occult Museum, the legend of Annabelle endures, continuing to be a source of both intrigue and terror. The story of the Annabelle doll serves as a haunting reminder of the enigmatic and oftentimes inexplicable supernatural forces that lurk in our world. It remains a narrative that captivates and unsettles, perpetually drawing those curious about the unknown into the realm of the paranormal. In the years that followed, The Annabelle doll continued to intrigue and horrify those who learned of its story. It became a topic of discussion among paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike, sparking debates about the existence of supernatural forces and the nature of haunted objects. The doll's notoriety grew, attracting visitors from around the globe to the Warrens Museum, all eager to catch a glimpse of the infamous Annabelle. The Annabelle doll story continued to captivate and alarm those who learned of its unnerving past. It sparked debate among both paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics, questioning the reality of supernatural forces and the nature of haunted objects. The doll's infamy grew, drawing curious visitors from around the world to the Warrens Museum, all eager for a glimpse of the notorious Annabelle. This phenomenon transcended the paranormal community, impacting popular culture and the horror genre. Its tale is evident across various media, from books to documentaries, resonating with those fascinated by the supernatural. Annabelle's story serves as a potent symbol of our enduring intrigue with the unseen and unknown. As the doll sat silently behind glass, a haunting question hung in the air. Was Annabelle's spirit truly confined, or was it merely lurking, waiting for a chance to unleash its full force? The legend of Annabelle, a seemingly innocent doll with a malevolent history, continues to capture the imagination, serving as a chilling reminder of the fine line between our world and the mysterious realms that lie just beyond our perception. Several years passed. My acquaintance, Olivia, a fervent admirer of the natural world and an experienced trailblazer, heeded the siren call of adventure in the vast wilderness of a secluded national park. Compelled by the park's unspoiled grandeur and raw, untouched wilds, Olivia embarked on a solitary expedition, yearning to be enveloped by nature's tranquil sanctuary. The inaugural day of her journey unfolded as a symphony of earthly splendors. She navigated dense woodlands, where sunbeams pierced through foliage, casting a golden glow, traversed chattering streams composing melodies of the wilderness, and scaled hills that unveiled sprawling vistas of the terrain. As dusk approached, she established her camp adjacent to a picturesque vantage point, where the horizon unfurled limitlessly, adorned by the palette of the setting sun. That night, beneath a tapestry of stars, Olivia was startled awake by an enigmatic rustling outside her tent. Initially dismissing it as the nocturnal whispers of the woods, her pulse quickened when she detected a haunting murmur. Paralyzed with trepidation, she lay motionless, her ears tuned to the night's oppressive stillness. Yet, the murmurs remained elusive, ebbing and flowing like a malevolent lullaby. With the dawn's first light casting a soothing radiance, Olivia emerged to find her surroundings untouched. The disquiet from the night persisted, but she rationalized it as a figment of isolation-induced imagination. Continuing her hike, the rustling foliage seemed to murmur secrets, and shadows moved with an uncanny elegance, intensifying her feeling of being covertly watched. The air of the second night was dense with foreboding. The whispers resurfaced, now more distinct, as though whispering directly to her soul. A fresh wave of fear enveloped Olivia upon discerning deliberate footsteps encircling her tent. Clasping her phone, her sole connection to the outside world, she realized its uselessness in the no-signal wilderness. Confined to her tent, she endured a vigil of wakefulness, every sense acutely aware of the invisible entity prowling just beyond her shelter. At dawn's break, a weary and rattled Olivia hastily gathered her belongings, her spirit of adventure dampened by the unidentifiable threat. Her journey back to civilization brought an unexpected encounter with a park ranger. Her account was met with a somber acknowledgement, as the ranger revealed similar occurrences in the area, attributed to either a reclusive inhabitant or something more cryptic and unexplained in the park's depths. Olivia departed the park with unanswered questions, haunted by the enigma of the whispers and footsteps. While her passion for hiking endured, she never returned to that particular national park. The memories of those unsettling nights permanently imprinted in her mind. The ordeal bestowed upon her a deeper reverence for the wilderness, a testament to the delicate equilibrium between nature's allure and its profound, unfathomed mysteries. Thanks for braving through our spine-chilling tale. If you enjoyed the scares, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more bone-chilling stories. Stay tuned for more hair-raising narratives that will haunt your dreams.